this new shirt I got from Kim Chance's fundraiser, where she paired up with, I think they're called Teespring. I'll link it down below. But this is like her catchphrase, dreams don't work unless you do. I was so excited to wear it the first day of NaNoWriMo, and it's like in the 50s outside, or 40s. I don't even, it's freezing cold. It was 30s this morning. There's frost on my car. Anyway, so now I have to wear this little overthrow. I'm starting to think I should have gone the long sleeve version. Anyway, happy NaNoWriMo, guys! Oh my god! Alright, enough of that. Alright, so it's the first official day of NaNoWriMo. And this is making me look a little pink and a little washed out, but it's so warm and cozy. Snuggly sweater, yo! Anyway, oh man, the stalling has begun. So, as you know, as I've talked about, but if you're just joining me, I am doing NaNoWriMo, but I am being a NaNoWriMo rebel, and that is because I am editing or revising the novel I've already written because it needs it badly. Instead of just going on with a new project, I've decided to sit down and revise my current project. And I just want to say this. So when I first finished my first draft, I thought the hard part was over. Even though I've heard people say editing is the hardest part, I thought, no, that can't be. I mean, you've done the tough part, you sat down and write it, you've got the tools, now you just gotta, you know, make it pretty. I was a fool. A fool. I've read the thing, I've considered what needs to be done, and I'm scared out of my mind. It's more like, you know, someone tells you to build a car, and so the first draft you go out and you get all the equipment, all the tools, all the parts, and you think the hard part is over. It's not over. You gotta put it together. It has to run. Oh my god. This is hard. So yes, this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It is so hard to read something you've written as an outsider. You know, I totally get now why people advise that you put it down for a few months until you can kind of forget what you've written, because reading it so soon after, even only a couple of weeks after, oh my, it's just hard. It's hard to view it from an outsider when you know what happens. It's hard to see the big picture. And so if anyone's curious, the way I'm going to be measuring my NaNoWriMo, I can't remember if I've talked about this before, but basically what I'm going to be doing is measuring my word count by words revised. So what that means is that those words don't necessarily have to change. So let's say even I read 2,000 words and I decide not to change any of it. I'm still going to count that as 2,000 word day. And maybe some of you are thinking that's unfair and that's the easy way out, but haha, editing is hard. And I promise you that most of my revising is going to be a lot of deleting and rewriting. I think I'm gonna end up having to rewrite most of it in some way. Really, the way I've been thinking of it is the first draft is kind of just like the skeleton of the novel. And so I think the bones of it are gonna stay the same, but there's gonna be a lot on the outside changing, for sure. Also, part of the reason I'm doing that is, you know, now that the first draft is done, I don't want to compromise the quality of my work just for speed anymore. You know, the whole point of writing the first draft is to just get it out there. But now is when I'm trying to make it better. So I'm not gonna sit there and stress, oh my god, I have to meet this word count goal tonight. You know, really the whole point now is to get it looking good and get it comfortable and really channel into the magic of writing again. And you know, now is when I can really slow down and pump some life into it, make it breathe. And so I'm gonna take my time with it, but I'm glad I'm doing NaNoWriMo with it, because NaNoWriMo gets you to focus on making sure that you're making progress and working towards it every day, which is something that I think a lot of people struggle with, especially when you're, you know, doing other things with your life. You've got full-time jobs, you've got your parent, etc., etc. So yes, it has been a little bit overwhelming to see just how much work needs to be done. But I try to remember I didn't write it in a day, so why would I expect to revise it in a day? It's gonna take time, if not just as much time as it did to write the first draft. But, you know, now I know the characters a little bit better, I know where I want the story to go more. Yeah, the characters definitely grew as the story grew, and so, you know, the first few chapters reading the characters is like, oh my god, they all seem so two-dimensional. Gotta fix that. Enough blabbering, I'm wasting time. already almost 6 o'clock. Been at work all day. So let's start doing the thing. Let's start the rye part of NaNoWriMo. Is that funny? I'll try to be funny. Do you want to see my fish? I know you've missed them. My fish! Oh, he's camera shy. Sorry, fish. Sorry. Also, did you see my Harry Potter earrings? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here's the work unless you guys. Must be true. My t-shirt says it. So let's get to work. What are you doing? All my viewers missed you. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, love you.
To my viewers?
Love you.
You heard it here, folks. Zach's in love with all of you. And your mom will be happy to know you're playing video games. Yeah. Why are you wearing a scarf? Oh. All right.
Embarrassing me.
Should be embarrassed.
I have a guilty pleasure.
Eating all my pumpkin seeds? This was my pumpkin. What's left of the pumpkin seeds? Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. Oh my god, I didn't know they wanted this. I came in here to film. And look what's on my ceiling. Sam? I hate that more than anything. Did it get in? It can crawl up the cup, you know. Oh, I see it. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Honey, that's not gonna work. You need a hard piece of paper. What are you doing? Did you? Okay. Honey, I'm filming now. Back to filming here after the disaster you saw. Was gonna film in the bedroom because Zach keeps talking to me while I'm trying to film. And he thinks I'm talking to him when I start talking. I hate you. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I think the first thing I'm going to work on is the prologue because I feel like that really sets. I feel we're talking. I haven't done this in so long. My hair looks so blonde. That really sets the mood for the novel. So now that I've reread the whole thing, I kind of have a better idea of what I want to say. And since I've written it all, I have an idea of what I want to say. Let's get to it. I feel weird talking to myself. It's been too long. Oh, and for anybody new, get used to seeing me without makeup because after work, it comes off. Okay, so that was painful. Oh my god. I went to write the prologue again and I just couldn't do it. The first one I'd written was so bad and really had nothing to do with the story anymore. And so I was gonna sit down to rewrite it and I realized I think that's something I actually need to leave to the end. You know, I really need to figure out the story more and what I'm trying to say and oh my god. And so I then just moved to rewrite chapter 1 and that actually went a lot better. So I'm completely rewriting the first 3 chapters because I'm changing the point of view and they have to be completely redone. But it was actually really fun. I missed writing. I really have. I haven't written in, well, a few weeks now since I finished the first draft, so it kind of felt good when I got there. And when I had given up on rewriting the prologue, I had worked on maybe like 600 words. I was just gonna stop there. But then I was like, you know what? It is day 1. I cannot fall behind now. And so that's when I moved on to chapter 1 and I'm at 1,682 words revised / rewritten. So I finished and it was really painful, but I did it. End of day 1. Lord help us. Alright, see you guys tomorrow.